We'll wait a few minutes while Facebook does its little notification game, if you will. So, I just did my day 9 video, which would be for yesterday, so this will be day 10 of 30 for my 30 Days of Consciousness videos. And I decided that this would be a good time to talk about the 5 days of change with Access Consciousness, which many of you know that I went to Houston and did this with the founder Gary Douglas and the co-creator Dr. Dane here. Good morning, Shin, which is actually where I met Shin, amazing guy. I met so many people there. So this is just going to be a short snippet of my experience with the 5 days of change and my personal invitation to invite all of you to join Dr. Andrew Gardella, certified facilitator with Access Consciousness here in Columbus. I am lucky enough to be working with Teresa Bartlett from Finley to host Dr. Andrew to come to Ohio and offer this class, which they've been offered before, but not quite as frequently. And with a rewrite of the foundation, I thought it would be perfect timing to do that for the new year. So, what are the 5 days of change? So, 5 days of change is 5 days of access classes. So, the first day is the access bars class. And for those of you who haven't already heard me talk about access bars, it's a modality of healing, if you will, where you touch 32 points on the head, and when we lightly touch those points, it actually allows you to dissipate thoughts, feelings, and emotions about certain areas of your life. So for example, one of the bars is money. So if you have a lot of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and points of view and conclusions about money, by allowing a practitioner or a facilitator to run your money bar, you're actually breaking apart the electromagnetic component of those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And so what happens in that hour is a practitioner or facilitator just lightly touches 32 different points on your head while you lay on a massage table or you lay back in a reclined chair, and you just get to relax. And so the worst case scenario is your body will feel like you had a great massage, and the best case scenario is that your whole life would change, because the access bars are designed to teach the body to receive. So we're raised a lot of times to give and give and give, but to never ask for something. And that if you ask for something, you might be greedy, or you might be selfish, or any of those things. So the access bars is a lot of times the first time that you give your body permission to just receive from the universe. And so that's day 1. So day 1 is the foundational class of Access Consciousness, which is Access Bars. And if you want to learn more about that or to find a facilitator near you, check out bars.accessconsciousness.com. And if you click on facilitators there, you can find facilitators all over the world. It's in 135 countries. And I think there's over 150,000 or 1,500. It's one of those two. I apologize, I don't know the exact stat on that. But there's facilitators all over the world. Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane travel all over the world and teach these classes. And then myself, I'm a bars facilitator, so I also teach classes as well. And it's very, very enjoyable. It's a fun 8-hour day. And now I'm actually approved to offer CEUs with the National Certification Board for Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork. So that's day 1. Day 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the 4-day foundation class with Access Consciousness. And so the foundation class is designed to really start to break down the platform and the foundations that we've created that actually cause some limitations in our life. So it's one of the first classes in Access where they start to really get deep into concepts of how we operate from this reality. And what's really fascinating about it is it creates this space for your mind to just really start to explore what's true for you and what really is your reality. Where do you really live? And what do you really wish for? And instead of wishing, what if you could create it? And what if you had more choice? And so Foundations really starts to get you to start living in this idea of choice, questions, and possibilities. And with that also comes more awareness. And so it completely changes, in my opinion, and from my own experience from going to the Houston class, it completely changes how you function. It shifts how you think, it shifts how you feel, um, and it just changes so much. And I know that change is scary, and I really try not to use the word change too often, but this really is 5 days of change. And maybe a better way to word it would be 5 days of transformation. So, just to share information about the event that Teresa and I are hosting with Dr. Andrew. So, Dr. Andrew is a certified facilitator, and he is actually a doctor of chiropractics. He went to Case Western, and he's done lots of work. He's done the body talk, which is another modality of body work, if you will. And he has been traveling the world and facilitates classes with Access Consciousness. He's been doing it for quite some time. He actually has lots of guests um, speaking for radio shows and TV shows. He's been on the Dr. Pat show with Dr. Glenna Rice, who's another certified facilitator. If you YouTube it, you'll find lots of things about him. He's actually from Cleveland, Ohio, and he is just phenomenal. It was really nice to finally get to meet him in Houston. And he also is going around right now with Grace Douglas, another certified facilitator, and they are teaching the 3-day advanced body classes in Paris, and Houston, and Colorado. So he travels a lot and teaches a lot of things. So it really is nice to have him coming back to Ohio and offering these 5 days of change in Columbus. And so what I want to do is invite you to at least check it out and see if it's something that interests you. You can go, I'll share the link above. It's bit.ly/5days Dr. Andrew. And the capitalization has to be just right or it won't take you there. So check that out. And we also, I've created 2 Facebook events as well. So if you have questions, feel free to ask below and I'll do my best to answer those. We're still working on a venue because we want to have as many options and possibilities as possible. And so it will take place December 29th through January 2nd. So December 29th would be the Access Bars. So if you've never done anything in Access Consciousness and you're curious, that would be a 1-day class, and it's the foundational course, which is Access Bars. If that's all you take, that would be amazing. You can get a lot out of just that class. That's the only class that I had for almost a year before I took Foundation. And then Foundations runs December 30th to January 2nd. And I purposely wanted to do this over New Year, and it also just worked out that this was the perfect time for Andrew to come to Columbus. And so I know that it's New Year. I know that a lot of people like to see their family and celebrate with them, which is awesome. So I'm calling this a new year and a new you. So 5 days of change to a new year and a new you. You get to hang out with myself and Teresa and Dr. Andrew and probably some other folks that may travel in. And you get to see how you can actually start to change your world, how you can actually start to create that new version of yourself. Because how many of us have made New Year's resolutions and they never follow through with them? I'm one of them. And so what if this could be the New Year's resolution that really could change your life and transform everything you've understood about you? So check that out above. There's a link there, and I'll comment a link below as well so that it pops up. I hope to see some of you there. Check out the Facebook events. You can check out the website that I share here. Or you can ask myself or Teresa or Dr. Andrew Gardella any questions that you have. We'll do our best to answer them as we get the details put into place. You can also find out more about Foundations at accessconsciousness.com/foundations. And for more on the bars, again, it's bars.accessconsciousness.com. So I hope that this finds you all well, and I look forward to speaking with some of you and working with you here in the recent future, here and now, and in the near future. Love and light.